Good morning, everybody. Come on, yet another stream. 1020 unpainted minis series. Today, as the title suggests, we are continuing our journey with Venerable Land Raider. He's of course the Land Raider Proteus from 30k, but I'm using this model as a Venerable Land Raider to be my 40k Land Raider transport. I will start very slowly today, because yesterday I was cleaning my desk, I was doing some stuff to organize things here, because it started to be very, very messy, painting every day and, putting all the paints on the desk, then not cleaning, then, papers, towels, paper towels and all that stuff got very, very messy. So today I'm gonna start slowly, just show how I prepare for painting session. This is my wet palette. Sometimes I'm gonna, wash it with detergent, this sponge that I'm right now watering up. But it's usually like once a week, maybe 2 weeks. Unless it's like super smelly or whatever, then I would do it. Otherwise, it's all right. So I'm watering it with distilled water. It is not necessary using distilled water in this case, but it's just, next to me in a like easy to use bottle, so it's just very handy. Okay, so here we go. Not too much. I don't want to, overflow it. And then I'm using this paper wet palette everlasting sheets from Redgrass that I've got like many years ago already. Basically, as soon as they released this product, I think me and my brother bought this, so it could be 5 years ago or so. And until now, I'm still using everything the same sponge, the same papers, and I'm very, very happy with it. It has this cool, closer that I'm always using after the session. And here it is. This is my wet palette. If, for example, from day to day it's starting to get wet, like dry or anything, then I add a little bit water here on the sides. This sponge is taking the water, watering up everything again. Other than that, I will just keep the same wet palette until I don't have a room or any more paints. As you could see probably just a few seconds ago, when I remove everything, it was full, no more space. And then I put it on the side, right here. I found this position at the moment the best, because here on the right I have this stand for the camera, which I can, I can move just here. I don't have a space for my arm. Here I have a stand with a lamp, so there's like very, very low amount of space around me. So this is one space that I can freely choose and mix paints. And then I use this paper towel. I use one sheet for dry brushing, because it doesn't need to be like thick or anything. I can use this brush, use this side for dry brush, remove all of the paint, right? So I do like this, remove the excess of the paint. Then when it's all used, I can use another side, use all this side. Then I can go inside, use all these sides, and then I have another sheet of paper towel. And this one is much thicker because I'm using it for removing the water from the brush. So when I put the brush in the water, clean it, then I'm going like this, right? Remove the water. It must be a little bit thicker, so like 4 layers in my case. Then I can go like this. It of course dries during the night, so the next day it's also usable. It lasts for a few days, so this is like my general basic preparation. Then I have three cans of water, or like 3 cups of water, whatever you call it. So one is already, basically they look like this, right? They are half full. I'll bring another 2, and I'll explain why I have 3. So for me, it's very important to have clean brushes before I use some color, right? So of course, when you use a lot of colors, the water is getting dirty, and to ensure that there is no pigment left on the brush, I just when it's dirty water here, I remove and I use the third cup of water. That's usually the most clean. Like I usually use it to make sure that almost clean brush is clean in clean water. And then like classic, this one is for regular paints and washes. This one is for metallics. This has to be separated always. Don't forget about that. If you don't want to use the third one, that's fine. But the 2, you have to use 2. There's no excuses. You need to use 2 cups. One for regular paints and washes, the other one for metallics. You don't want to mix this water because many times what happens when you use metallic, you leave here a lot of like silver flakes or gold flakes, and they stick to the brush. Even if you clean it, then they stick to the brush. When you remove like this, they are still on the sable here. So that's why also is this third cup, that I can remove these small flakes and then it's all right. But if you mix both, then you can ruin your, for example, in this one also I'm using my worse brushes, right? Because I usually use worse brushes for metallics. So then you put your good brush into metallic water. Very, very dangerous for your brushes, so don't do that, please. Use at least 2 cups. I like to use 3. Sometimes I was using 4, but usually 3 is where I'm at, And then I have this palette. This is like dry palette, you can say. You see that's it was used already a few times. Of course, I should probably clean it. Like this was from yesterday. I didn't clean it. I still can clean it. I just put cleaner inside. It like wet the pigment and then I wash it out. But in general, I'm using it for mixing stuff that I don't want to put on the wet palette. It can be washed, it can be contrast paint that I want to mix with Lamian medium or contrast medium. So in this case, it doesn't spill all around this wet palette, to the other paints, especially when I don't have too much space there. I can keep it in a small container, mix it, and use everything, because in these cases you see I had left a little bit of the paint here, but usually I try to use all I put in this dry palette. So this is my basic preparation. What else? I have, of course, my brushes ready to go. Many of them are not used or very rarely usable, and some of them I use very often. So everything, all the brushes I have under my hand, ready to be picked up, and of course my beloved vortex mixer. Right, this is something that I'm using every day. Every time I'm painting, I'm using it, and this is gonna stay with me. as long as I'm gonna paint. So it's an amazing tool that I do not regret buying or whatever. So very happy with that. And of course paints, right? So I have it's hard for me to show you guys, but maybe I'll try to do something like this. Let me check. You see, you have the drawer of paints here. Hello, Habibi, brother Jagger, welcome. I have the. Here we go. Oh, the paints there. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult to manage this camera. So let's try anything on my setup. There we go. So the paints are very close to me, and so that's it. That's the setup I have. Let's pick up some miniatures and finally get to painting, because this was quite a long introduction, but I felt like I didn't make it yet. Like this was the first time I'm talking about this, how I'm preparing for the painting session. So when I'm done, I can show you guys how I close everything and you know, clean up the space as well. So let's pick up my two projects that I'm doing simultaneously. Yeah, I don't know, in the same time. That's what I mean. My Proteus Land Raider, that's gonna be a Venerable Land Raider. It's getting better, you know. It's getting to the place where I start to like how it looks. There are gonna be some black fragments that I think will a little bit better mix with all the body of the Land Raider, because right now it looks a little bit strange, you know. It's just, you know, random silver gun hanging out. Francois, welcome. Iggy said he has some shopping to do. He will probably join later down the stream. Okay, perfect. I'm glad you guys are in contact. Francois, long time, huh? Not so long time. I know you sometimes popping up. And good to see you, man. So yeah, I need to do some black things here. Probably this cover of the gun is gonna be black as well. So this is the job for today. I should start to do this missile launcher, but we'll see how we are with the time. This is the main job. Maybe correcting the black around these screws, right? And then doing the black parts on the gun. So let's remove that as my main job today. And then, of course, the inside. The inside, I think, is gonna be easy. I'm just gonna wash everything with some brown color, maybe water down with Damien medium. So it will be just, you know, same as used. I will do some dry brush in the end. Don't focus too much, just I want it to be seen as used interior. I don't think I'm gonna focus it today. I don't have much time. I started today a little bit late, but let's get to work. In this case, we have these our three lovely guardians with shields. I did a little bit of work. As you can see, I did some gems yesterday night. The only thing left actually is to do the bases, which I'm not gonna do today. And I'm gonna do black highlights, gray highlights on the black, and gold finishes on these small parts around the globes. So whenever I have time in between my Land Raider, doing my Land Raider, then I'm gonna focus and do the guardians. So let me pull up the picture actually of Raider Proteus on my side screen, because I want to have reference for these guys, how they actually look. I want to, you know, do the like maximum to make them look as close to the original as possible. So here we go. Let's do the 360 look. I'm looking at my side screen, so okay, I see. So this part is actually black. Well, this part is black. This part is black. These parts are like brass, brass gold, or yeah, I could say brass gold. These cables are red, and there are some parts black as well on here on the body. Can I zoom in? I think they are gonna be tough to get, but I should probably try to get them. And then here on the top, this part is black and this cover is black. This was my plan from the beginning. So let's see how we go. Let's find black paint. Water down this paint and start painting. So we are of course using a bottom black, but any black you use is fine. Just keep it consistent. So use the same black all over the same miniature, unless you actually want to use actually want to have an effect of different kind of blacks, because you can have matte black, you can have like glossy black, regular black. You know, they can be in all types of ways. So maybe you could see it, but let's focus on this part. Black color, right? And then like 4 dots of water to thin down the paint. This is what I'm usually doing. The amount of dots is irrelevant. I just put 4 because it was easy this way, and there's still a lot of space. Let's use a little bit of water, and let's start painting these fragments of the gun that are supposed to be black. Of course, I'm gonna use 2 layers. The first layer is not gonna be enough to cover what's underneath, so the silver, but this is fine. If I'm gonna, I can do 1 layer, just, you know, more thick paint will do it. The problem in this case, it would be the finish of the paint is gonna be very it's not gonna be nice. It's not gonna be smooth, you know. The texture is gonna be pretty bad. That's why 2 layers are very important. 2 thin layers. I won't write today as much as usual. I got much work to do, and having a cold doesn't help. I need to finish work before I fall apart completely. Yeah, no worries, brother. I'm happy you're watching here with us. So of course, take care and do what you have to do. It was the same case for me. That's why I finished a little bit later, and I don't have much time today. That's why, you know, guys, I'm gonna do 1.5 hours probably or so, and then I have to go back to work. But I just want to complete this painting session today, you know, just to feel that I actually did some progress. Even if I can sit for half an hour, I would like to do that, and you know, feel that the job is a little bit done, a little bit touched. During the weekend, I do something like that. Usually, I try to not paint during the weekend, because you know, I spend time with my family, with my friends, just hanging out, playing, or whatever we have plans, whatever the plans we have, right? So, but sometimes I like to just sit for 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Everything is ready on my desk, so you know, I put some wash to dry on the Mini already. I do some small dry brush. There is stuff that you can do very fast without, you know, preparing your whole setup. And you will already do some job that can be done very fast. I like to do especially washes, because then, for example, the next day everything is dry, ready to paint. So there are some benefits to that. It was the case for these, these guardians, right? I was not doing guardians and Land Raider at the same time, but in one moment I was like, damn, this Land Raider takes so much time, and I have some time in between where I'm waiting for paint to dry. I might as well start something, some project that does not require that much focus on or paint or time, and just do it on the side. So, and then you see I'm painting this Land Raider, and I'm almost done with the Guardians. I will be done faster with Guardians than Land Raider, to be honest. So that's kind of ironic, but that's how it is. And to be fair, I'm not the biggest fan of painting this big model so far. It takes so much time. I honestly thought maybe I can finish it in 1 week, but this is end of second week. I'm still not done, but it's all right. As I said before, it's my first experience basically with this Imperium tank. So there are many things that I did very, very slow and not in the optimal way, and that's why it slows down the general process. Probably if I knew how to do certain things before, I would be done already. I lost like, I don't know, 8 hours on painting the tracks and stuff around tracks, because I just didn't know that I supposed to, do it separately. Don't glue everything and then, start working. I should just paint the main body, then paint tracks, and then fix it together in the end. But that's all right. The experience is experience. Now I know what I'm gonna do next, if I'm ever gonna paint similar stuff, and I think I will, because I start to really like Astra Militarum stuff, especially Solar Auxilia from 30K. I really, really like these models. They look very close to the regular military, and I think they're a little bit more fun than the regular 40K stuff. And I can play both, right? Same like with Custodes, I can play Solar Auxilia as Astra Militarum in both systems. But this is the plan for a very, very far future. I have too many things to do. As you can see, I have like 969 minis to paint yet. So when I'm done with my 1000 unpainted minis, then maybe I'm gonna start some new army. And then, of course, as soon as I buy a new box, I'm gonna paint it. There will be no backlog, no gray minis in my collection. That's the dream. That's the goal here. It might take like 5 years or so. Maybe 3. If I paint like on average 1 mini a day, I think I can do 3 years. But it's it is not gonna be the case always. Like 1 mini a day is quite a fast pace, especially when I'm doing like 2 hours painting only. If I do 8 hours like a regular job, then maybe. Then no, then definitely. But I have a regular job, so I cannot spend 8 hours painting and 8 hours regular job, 8 hours with family and enjoying the life, and then I have 0 hours to sleep. Just posted squad of sisters and first chat back on Discord. Perfect, nice. We can pull it up actually. Let's open Discord. For any new guys or girls who are watching it, you're welcome to our Discord community. It's the link is in bio. We share our paint jobs. We can ask questions. We can set up for a game if you're from the same city or same area. So also we post some updates about the streams, if there will be a stream or what time is going to be the stream. So you can find it there. There's a lot of very talented painters that you might check out and learn some new things. I really like the community there, and you're very welcome if you want to join. Of course, I that's a classic YouTube or Twitch thing. If you can subscribe or follow, that would be an amazing help. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we are on 235, I believe, after 4 years of streaming. So probably 10 years more and we will reach 1,000. So we are in the pretty good pace. All right, so these parts are going to be black, and I want to put this black on the main body. I will paint 1,000 minis, and then I'll paint 1,000 more, just like some with the 500 mice. I hope everyone heard it. Yeah. I know what you mean. So let's see. Did you put it in 40k? Yeah. This is the Blade Champion. I think you put the Blade Champion. Custodes, yes. Ooh, some beautiful art here. Amazing. Some Dreadnought. Ah, there we go. Iggy, post today. Sister Sign. Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice job. Great, great bases as well. And you put some. This is a. Is this freehand or are these like transfer sheets? I'll try to show it if it's possible. Let me put it here. Maybe you can see. Let me zoom out because it's very close. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm trying to show you. There we go. You see this freehand on the forehead, or maybe transfer sheet actually. Sheets, yeah, transfer sheet. Yeah, this looks good, and I really like the bases. So great work. I see classic theme with gold armor. So very well done. Another 5 miniatures or 6 miniatures actually painted. So this is what we all are here about. Just do the progress, do as much minis as you can. Don't leave any gray in your collection, because then on the battlefield or even on the shelf as a collection, it looks much better. It looks like actually something special. I remember we played with my brother, with my friends for so many years with our unpainted armies, and it was super fun, of course, because we just love playing. But then then we start to see that people can play with painted armies actually, and it looks way better. Like, I don't know, playing with unpainted armies like 2 out of 10, and playing with painted armies like 10 out of 10 experience basically. So definitely recommend painting as much as you can. Even okay, if you are not a great painter, that's fine. 3 regular colors and you're gonna be fine. It's not about the quality of the paint. Already, if you are painting, It's much better than the gray color, right? This is obvious. But the main thing is that, sorry, I'm just looking at the picture here. The main thing is that, you know, you're playing pretty far away from the table, so you do not see the details anyway. You have to pick up the miniature, start to looking around, start to, you know, trying to see all the details, then of course, then you will see it. But if not, then basically they look very similar from further away. And even 3 colors, some nice base, you can focus a little bit more on the base because it will, you know, complement all the work that you did. It's gonna be good already. Okay, so let's pick up these black areas. There are some silver that I'm gonna ignore. I mean that I will try to not paint over because it's already painted pretty nicely. Probably, I don't know, actually was faster painting it all over again and just painting everything black, or trying to be careful and, you know, painting black areas only in the places that I actually want. That's a question for experienced painters. But I like to do sometimes both ways, you know. Sometimes I try to go around metallic parts or done parts if they require a little bit more work. If they are very easy, sometimes, for example, on the gloves, there are some metallic parts that I can simply, you know, do over again and do not care that much if I paint it with black, because you know, fixing it is just very fast and easy. There we go. They look very good, Iggy, very nice. Cheers, thanks a lot, means more to me. Yeah. This is our goal here, you know. Support each other. So we can progress with our paint jobs, with amount of stuff we are doing. And then maybe one day we meet each other and we're gonna play, and then you have a painted army. So that would be pretty awesome. Playing with 2 painted armies. Okay, so I have to be a little bit more focused now here, to choose exactly the places that I want to paint black. But I already see that they start to look quite good if I pick up exactly things that, or areas that are supposed to be black. Nice. Usually I try to avoid it, like I just do full lead belcher, you know, no oil and everything, dry brush everything. But in this case, I can spend a little bit more time to make it look decent. And it makes difference, you know, these black surfaces combined with silver surfaces. It really adds to the final result. A little bit higher. So like this, there we go. This is the first layer, so I'm gonna paint it, you know, once again, because there is some see-through places of silver from the back. This is fine. Yeah, this start to look nicer. And let's do the last cannon that's on top. Be careful with the places that you actually want to paint. This fragment I have to find the correct paint, because on the original it's like you know, brass how you can call it a different color. What's the name? I mean, there is exactly brass gold, but I want to use something else, maybe something from scale 75. I have very nice colors from scale, and I have to check if I have similar paint. The name of the color, what's the name of the color? Like this metallic, that's like brown metallic, you know. How I call it in English. You guys are good English speaker, or even, you know, native English speaker, if you know. There's a gold, silver, you know, there's a platinum, of course, but there is zinc. No, it's something different. We call it miedź in Polish, so maybe the guys who are speaking Polish, they will know what I mean right now. And I think it is one of the blocks in in Minecraft, actually. If it helps anything, you know. My son is playing Minecraft, so I remember his copper, fucking copper. Yes, there we go. Bronze, copper, yeah, there we go. So I think these parts here are gonna be copper. I need to find a paint. If I have to check if I have a paint that looks like copper. And I think it's gonna be perfect for this. Like a little, it's gonna break a little bit the colors here, because it's like black, silver. It's very very cold, and in the same, you know, the same palette basically, and copper will give this some kind of like a life, you know, shine or something. I think it's copper can help a lot here, as it helps in the original paint job. But let's focus here on this small areas now. Okay, it start to look very nice, even though it's just the first layer. It's gonna be the second layer. Balthazar gold will work very good. Yeah, Balthazar gold. I do have Balthazar gold. The thing is, it is or my paint, or it is Balthazar gold in general. It is very, very thick paint. I do not like metallic thick paints because they, you know, they look very heavy on the miniature. The color is correct. I agree with that. But it will, you know, I'm afraid, even though there is not many details here, right? Because these are just like metal pipes or whatever. So not many details here. I'm afraid it's gonna be too much of a difference in terms of like a surface and finish compared to black and silver that I've done already. So the Balthazar gold will be my like last resort if I don't have anything else, basically. If I find anything else, I'll try to use this different paint. That's like copper, whatever. Yeah, copper. Okay, so this is gonna be the first layer of black. I'm almost done. Let's do it in the back. Yep. So this part here. This part is black as well. Okay. I will show you my metallic paints, and maybe you can see, maybe you know some paint from SK75 that can achieve this effect. I don't think, though, I have many copper, like I have a lot of gold and silver, but I don't think, unfortunately, I have any copper paints from SK75. I bought like two line of boxes, and that had a lot of different metallic colors. They are beautiful colors, beautiful sets. The metallic colors from SK75 is really nice line. The issue with this line is that it's very rare to use some metallics, right? Like pink metallic or green metallic. They are very, very rare to appear anywhere, basically. So they are just standing on my shelf and waiting, who knows for what. And you can get similar effect using just regular silver and using some kind of ink or wash over silver and have the metallic pink or green or red or whatever. So that's this is kind of a waste on my part. I don't remember a minute that I actively was using this different kind of metallics. But fuck, sorry guys. Sorry. I got something in my throat. All right, I think that's it. That's it from the first layer. Yeah, that's fine. Oh no, I see this one. This kind of a scope or whatever it is, top. And it's painted black. And then we are almost ready. Here, black as well. All right, and then on the front. There we go. Let it dry a little bit. Okay, I like how it looks already. I think it looks quite well. Let's put it on our Land Raider and see. There will be some small parts that are gonna really adds up to the final look. I hope the guns will be one of the things. Yeah, this looks already much better than just a regular, silver, right? Because this looks out of place, like it doesn't fit. This one, it's like, okay, the black is combining with this line here a little bit. So I feel we are getting somewhere with this color. So I'm really happy. Let's have the copper, shall we? So what I have, let's see. I'm gonna take this shelf. I have a small shelf with some metallic paints, and we're gonna dwarven gold. This is kind of copper-like, darker, more orangey gold. Necro gold, definitely not. And this one, elven gold. This is like a pure gold, a little bit yellow. About this Viking gold. The Viking gold is like a dark copper, but not. Yeah, it's hard to say it's copper, Period alchemy now. Then there are some silvers, blues. You see, metallic blue. It's not really the thing I'm looking for. Emerald. So let's see these two, and then I guess Balthazar gold. What I have to use. What is it? So yeah, Balthazar gold is way more copperish, You see the difference even in this kind of light and camera, and the difference is quite huge. I'm thinking though about the highlight on this Balthazar, because it's very nice and beautiful metallic copper. And I don't know if I should use just silver to highlight it or what. Anyway, let's start with Balthazar Gold. I'm gonna see how it looks. I will just thin it down with water. First of all, of course, vortex mixer shake. Because this paint, I don't think it's in very good condition, I guess. No, it's actually not so bad. So let's give it a little bit more shake. We might use 2 layers, just and you know, I'm gonna thin it down with water and we'll see. So let's add some on the palette. Go a little bit more. And I'm using my second cup. Like if you guys were in the beginning of the stream, you could see that I have like 3 cups of water. 1 for regular paints, 1 for metallic paints, and 1 for like basic almost clean brushes, just to remove last particles of pigment or metallic flakes. All right, so we have Balthazar Gold here, and let's add a little bit of water. Go, just a 1 drop. This is distilled water. Oh, I already told Jagger yesterday I started painting, and when I realized it was 2:30 a.m. Damn. Okay, there we go. You guys are getting into it quite a lot. Okay, so I thin it down. I already see on the palette that, you know, the consistency is quite different than the original. I don't think it's gonna cover well. Yeah, it's very see-through, but I think I prefer that than, you know, putting very thick paint and destroying the you know, how you call it, like details. Yeah, details. So I like it though. I think this is the correct call, Balthazar Gold. Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna use 2 layers, definitely, at least 2 layers. That's gonna be a must. And probably I should find some better paint as well than Balthazar Gold, or maybe different company. If you guys have any suggestions about copper paints, then I'm very open, you know, for it. You may use Retributor Armor for highlights, or maybe Brass Scorpions, Sycorax Bronze. I do not have. I have Retributor, yes, but I don't have the other 2, unfortunately. So I'm a little low on brass paints. Brass copper paints, you know. Brass Scorpion, no, I definitely do not have it. I have Canoptech Metal or something. The new one, you know. They use it here as well. Like I can use just something like this to make it a little bit more interesting, I guess. And then on this side, there we go. I'm gonna use Agrax Airshade as a wash, of course, because we are going for true metallic metals here, not non-metallics or like just metallics. So true metallic metal is just the metallic paint, then wash, and then some dry brush or highlights with another metallic. So pretty simple ingredients for this technique. So there we go. Then Just a little bit of a touch here of the brass or the copper. All right, and then the down gun, the down slash cam. 1 moment, there we go. Probably gonna be difficult to get there, but we're gonna get there, no worries. I have to hold the breath just to not spill or not to move the brush anywhere I don't want to move it. All right, so let's put it in these recesses. My head is shaking like crazy. I should probably use some kind of holder. But they can also be tired, you know. Okay. I like this this color. It breaks, like I said, it breaks a little bit the coldness of this fragment. And here, I'll probably let it dry on the side and start working on the other gun. So let's add a little bit of black here, especially because this is the biggest area that should be covered very well, and it should be very smooth. Of course, I will add later some damage, battle damage and highlights, but for the moment it has to be smooth. There we go. And then I will correct all the places again. That's pretty normal, I guess. 2 layers of thin paint, let it dry on the side here. Okay. And let's take this another gun. We are repeating the same process. No surprises here, right? Black in the same areas as the other gun. We have to make it consistent. We have to make it look good. And I think before I will do the second layer of black on both of these guns, I will do highlights of my guardians, because they are just sitting here waiting for their turn, you know, getting impatient where they could be done already. So maybe I'll just switch for a quick moment to them and finish them. There we go. Let's paint the inside of the gun with black, just to not see any plastic, because I don't think I reached there with my primer. There we go. And then, very important to paint these edges. Actually, I probably should do what, you know, guys, I'm gonna take this one, take this one, and I will just use the blue tack to connect it like so, so it's more stable than just holding it in my arm, in my hand. There you go. Probably you don't see even what I'm painting, like, but there's a metal part that is connected with the black, right? Like a wall, small wall, and it should be painted black. There you go. And then this side. So here we go. Probably is better if I would use a smaller brush. But I'm just very careful, so hopefully It's gonna be enough. All right, let's switch to the other side here. Same thing. There we go. I see some kind of hair here. I don't think it's mine. Maybe it's a cat. Kitty hair. There we go. And side here. Perfect. I don't know, guys, if you saw latest releases. I was talking about this a little bit before. Squads, the new kill team. The squads are pretty hyped, you know. I love Necromunda actually. I do not have squads in my gang list, but who knows what the time will bring. Maybe one day. But I'm very happy they developed this this system even more. Especially now I'm playing the campaign Ash Wastes. So all the vehicles and motors and all that stuff is very, very welcome. There we go. Next week, the plan is, because it's gonna be, I think, the last week I can paint before I travel to work. Yeah. So I'm gonna paint the next week, probably full next week in the mornings, like right now. And then unfortunately I'm gonna miss you guys for like 3 weeks probably. Until mid of November. I will not paint anything. This totally sucks, but it is what it is. I have to, you know, travel for work. I cannot bring with me any miniatures or paintings stuff, etc. So cannot do anything about that. Hopefully you guys stay and continue painting, and we'll see each other in the mid-November. The plan for the next week, though, is of course I will try to finish this Land Raider. This is something that's taking way too long, and therefore it must be done. But in the same time, I'm gonna paint the Telemon Heavy Dreadnought. So I think this project is actually quite interesting. I have 2 Telemons that I have to paint. I might do, you know, double dipping, let's say. So 2 Telemons in the same time, because in general they are very they're the same, right? They're basically the same model, so they do not require a lot of you know, strange painting or detailed painting. There is a lot of dry brush, a lot of wash, especially on the guns and the main body. Of course, they have these huge shoulder pads, right? So they will take much more time than the rest, but I think I'm gonna paint it in the very last end. So maybe even after I come back, I don't know if I will manage to paint these shoulder pads, because I'm gonna use the similar method that I used on my Palace Craft Tank. I don't know if you saw, guys, the stream of Palace Craft Tank. I used their sponge work. You know, I was like stippling the sponge. I can show you guys the effect because I have it close to me here. So what I want to do is to get these Telemann Heavy Dreadnoughts shoulder pads done in the same way. I think they are gonna complement each other quite well. they will look like they're actually from the same army, you know. Let me show you guys what I mean. Maybe I should do some stamping on on the Land Raider, I don't know, just to give a little bit more life, more red. That's actually not a bad idea. So this is what I mean, right? And then, so I like this effect here. This, you know, going from dark red to bright red. And I was thinking to do something similar on these guys, on the shoulder here. I think the original guys have the same. So I want to do these two in the same time, and then the shoulder parts will take a little bit longer. But other parts, like guns, I have the magnets, right? So the guns might take a little bit, but in general, I don't think it's like a huge project. That will take, I don't know, 2 weeks, like with this Land Raider. So I was thinking also in the Land Raider, maybe I should use like red somewhere here, you know, so it's a little bit similar. Maybe some black parts. I should, you know, do red here, maybe here, in the back. I'm not sure. I think it would actually look very good instead of just flat black, you know. So I'm considering it. The thing I'm afraid of a little bit is that then I don't know how to paint the battle damage or the highlights on the corners, right, or on the edges. I think it might look a little bit strange. But we'll see. Maybe I will do just. We'll see. I have to think about this. I have to check. I can test it as well. I do believe though that it would add a lot to the paint job, and it would look much better because it's similar to what to how these guns are looking, right? You have this very flat, very cold finish, black and silver, and the copper gives this kind of light life and nice contrast to the mini. In case of my Land Raider, you have pretty cold gold, because it's not regular gold like Custodes. It's not like orange gold. It's pretty cold gold plus black, which is of course cold color in this case, and basically there are two colors on. So I feel like red can really bring up beautiful contrast, and it can look really good. Done correctly. This is the part I'm worried about. I am worried about, because I know it can look very good, but I know if it's done, you know, in the way that not experienced painters like me can do it, then I'm a little bit hesitant of doing this. It's similar like with my Dreadnought, Achilles Dreadnought, right? The guy with the huge shield. I just painted the shield black, but I am actually gonna go back to it and paint it the same way I did Palace Graph Tank. So this stapling red, you know, going back from dark red till bright red, and it's gonna be much better looking and more impressive than just a black shield, you know. It's pretty boring and flat. So this is the few things I'm gonna change in the projects that I've already technically done. Okay, so this part is gonna be black. Let's do it. And once again, if anybody is new here, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming. The job of today, or today in general, these streams, right, is to get rid of our pile of shame, our unpainted minis. In my case, 1000 unpainted minis has to be painted. I was showing one day what I have to paint, and it's pretty disturbing, the amount. But we are going now, slowly but surely, step by step. We are already over 3% of what we have to do. There is only 97% left. So you are with me in the beginning, total beginning of the journey. You are one of the few ones that are with me. But I believe, as we are going longer and longer, as we are progressing with reducing the amount, we are gonna reach a bigger audience, and more people will reduce the amount of unpainted minis with me, which is the goal, and which is the make the battlefields great again, make the battlefields colorful again. Yeah, I don't think I was telling this story, maybe yes, but lately my friend sent me a message, and he was like, oh look, they are playing this Age of Sigmar game for 2000 points, and I was like, damn, I don't even know what armies they are playing with, because everything is great and you cannot recognize like what armies are actually on the board. The board itself looks nice because it's just a mat, and so it is colorful. The terrains, though, they were not colored, so they were gray or brown or whatever, just not painted, base color, and that's it. And the armies were completely gray, not primed, not nothing. And I couldn't recognize who was actually playing. Until he just said, okay, this is Luminette against something. I don't remember what was the second army, but it's like, damn. That's why we are here. That's why we are painting this, because it's quite embarrassing. Maybe it's not embarrassing. I shouldn't say that. No, it's not embarrassing. It's just less epic, let's say. Okay, that's epic. I think it's epic to play with painted armies. Playing itself is just fun, so that's whatever. So I just encourage everyone to paint. Paint. Even this small amount, like 1 hour, 30 minutes, 10 minutes a day. Few lines per one session. If you hate painting, it's gonna be already getting closer to what you want. But because in the end, I think all us gamers, want the army painted. Nobody like intentionally play with gray stuff, like, oh, I love this gray color, I love this gray minis, Yeah, let's be real here. Nobody's ever said that. Like, I hate painted miniatures. Come on, man. You must be pretty insane to say that. No, I said, no, you can actually love these gray minis, but you cannot say you love them better than the unpainted ones, than painted ones, sorry. That's the point. I don't know if you saw, guys, my brother's my brother is finally painting, because he's really good at painting. He's like he before used to commission paint, and quite a lot. Now much less, but sometimes he's doing like a single projects. He's amazing painter, really really good. And he finally started to paint for himself, and I'm very very happy, because his Isengard army, Isengard, you know, Uruk-hai and everything, they look amazing, absolutely amazing, in photos, in real life, like all around. His army looks just beautiful. And you know, he takes his time. That's for sure. He takes his time because he's painting quite slow. But he is trying to reach like really really good level of paint job in the end. If you wanna check out his work, I think he's putting the stuff on Discord, on the channel for Lord of the Rings. But if it's not there, if there's no Isengard from him, then just, you know, shout out to him, and he's gonna post some pictures so you can see. And I absolutely love how these armies, of Lord of the Ring, really well painted, are looking on the battlefield. Like, you know, with this very very known and popular towers from Osgiliath, for example. It looks absolutely amazing. And the part is that's interesting. He's actually really good printer as well. Like, he is actually good at printing miniatures. So all these Uruk-hai he printed all of it. They have a little bit different sizes than the original ones. I mean, I don't think sizes is a correct word, actually. I think proportions. They are a little bit more realistic proportions than the original models. They have very nice poses. The Uruk-hai, the original Uruk-hais, are quite old already, right? They are not the newest models produced. And these models he has, it's really, really something. I cannot praise him enough, you know. So if you have a chance to see his work, I think he might post it on our Discord. It's worth to see. He's very careful with the what you call it, with the bases as well. I think he printed all his bases. He's not doing like a regular stuff, like just put some sand, some tufts, and that's it. I think he actually printed all his bases, so this also looks extra nice. I really like printed bases as well. I'm using printed bases for my Curse City, you know, and for Blackstone Fortress. So this is gonna be the project that you are gonna witness in the future when I'm painting on my Curse City and Blackstone Fortress boxes. And they will have you know, these nice printed bases. But this is something in the for future. I think of painting the Curse City actually in the next October, since it's like a, you know, normally you would say it's Spooktober, right, or whatever, or October. leading up to Halloween. But I actually think to paint during October full Curse City. If I continue, of course, until next year, because who knows what happens. But in general, the plan is like this. And then maybe if it's painted, fully painted, right? Then I'm gonna do one stream where I'm playing Curse City. Some mission. We'll see. Let's see. That would be nice. Finally, paint Curse City, play Curse City with painted models. Because I play a lot Curse City with unpainted. We reach quite far with my friend. I think only left is the two bosses maybe, or one boss actually even. So we are almost done. Almost done after 3 years, because you know we don't see each other that often. Especially, you know, because I'm not living in the same country, so it's quite difficult to meet and play. But as soon as I arrive to Poland and we meet and play Curse City, we progress few scenarios and getting closer and closer to the final boss. All right, almost done with this paint. Let's add some black here on this big panel, because I didn't touch it, because I want to do it last before actually putting it away to dry. And as I just said, let's switch a little bit and go ahead, start painting the guardians. Because there's really few things left there. And if I can finish them today, then that's gonna be awesome. And I will not finish the Land Raider for sure. So let me see just how does it look already. There we go. Let me focus on second. Nice. You see, I think okay, with the gun actually, I think black is fine. But without gun, if it's red, I think it would be much better. I know. Start to look quite good. Okay, let it dry on the side. And let's see. I need mechanical thunder gray, and I need downstone mechanical thunder gray. Second, downstone and administrator grays. These are 3 colors that I'm using for highlighting black areas on my custodies. So I think this is pretty standard. Let's prepare all 3 on my palette. What's the time? We have like 20 minutes. So if I can finish in 20 minutes, then it's gonna be perfect. For some reason, I don't know. I don't see the last message here on the chat. I don't know if I got disconnected or what's happening. Or maybe you guys are just not putting any message. That's fine, if that's the case. That is fine. Let me just refresh here. but I just see on the chat in the on the screen there are less messages than in the chat here on my preview, you know. So what's exactly happening? That's weird. Well, let's see if I write something. Let's slay the gray. Ah, okay. So for some reason, Brother Jagger, your message didn't appear on the screen. But other than that, that's fine. I see. Yeah, I was in the zone. Doing next bite. Awesome, awesome, perfect. That's actually very good sign. This like flow state, you know, when you are painting, quite awesome to have. First water to clean down the paints. Let's use some really nice small brush with nice tip and find all the highlights that I have to do. So first of all, joints between armor. Okay. Can you see anything? No. Let me actually make it closer this time. Can you make it even closer and make it? All right. I think, yeah, sometimes I cannot see message. I'm not. Oh, there we go. I think I will try to, you know, put it in the frame as much as I can. Very, very delicate touch. Midi stratum standard gray. If I'm lazy, I just leave one layer of highlight. If I'm a little more try hard during the day, it depends how I feel. I go ahead and do a little bit more layers, like I add downstone and then stratum gray for higher highlights that are more visible. Shit, it's not enough. Low tack, I think. There we go. Now let's find all the very, very delicate soft touch. And I'm really bad with highlights, honestly, unfortunately, because I love how they look in the end, but making them is making me, I really do not like them. I do not like doing them. It's stressful. Because one small brush stroke can destroy everything. But when they are done correctly, they add so much life to the miniature. It's crazy. All right, it's okay. It's not perfect. It's all right. Okay. And then here. Nice. It's already kind of visible, right? These highlights. They are. But I will try to make them more nice with downstone white and then administratum gray. Let's see if there's something in the front. Kind of, yes. So let's remove. I think I have too much paint on the brush. So small touch here. 1, 2, 3, and then here next to the knee, just one line, and there is some dots that I can do here. One. I think I have not enough this time. So okay, and then I guess one dot here. And that's it. So the next would be downstone white, but since we are on the same color, let's do just another guy. So we are, progressing. Actually, no, fuck this. Let's finish this one. I'll be more happy to finish with one guy completely than do the batch painting, So here it's just the highest tip here. Probably I will not reach the same places like before, right? So just the tips, more visible highlights to give a feeling of transition. There we go. And here maybe just a little bit like so. So these places, the places there is they're a little less visible. I will not even touch. I might touch a little bit here, and I might touch here. Just to... Nice. There we go. And let's see administratum gray. It does it do anything or is it not necessary actually in this case? So let me see. So this is, okay, actually there's a little bit too much water. It's very watery for some reason. So let's add this just the highest highlight. Okay, maybe some back here as well. And some. Okay. And it looks okay, it looks fine. You can add it to this knee. Why not? Here I think it's fine. There is no need for higher highlight. Okay, and then it's done. The black highlight is done on this guy. So let's go ahead and do this. I don't want to do a white highlight. I think it would be, a little bit overdone. If it would be like a hard surface, let's say like a gun, right, or like a armor or tank, or anything like this, then definitely yes. White dots in the corners would be something that would bring this highlight even better. But in case of these kind of places, I don't think it is necessary actually. Unless you are painting, I don't know, for Golden Demon or something, then maybe you wanna do it. but this is just a casual tabletop painting for my army, so I don't care that much. Okay, nice. And then joints here. Just the tip of the brush. Very, very careful. Yeah, this part is tricky. This joints under the knee. Here we go. My hand is getting tired, you know, this painting details is not easy. Also, probably I should use some kind of handle, actually. Even this already something. Let's clean the brush, remove the dry paint, and we can continue. Okay, so this highlight didn't go well, fortunately. Let's focus more on this one. Okay. Could be better, could be better. Nice. And then here small one, two. Here no. Let's see in the front. In the front, is there anything? Here no, maybe one small dot here. Very, very small and without any more highlights. It's just the one touch. Just to mark there is anything. Here, well, maybe this one. Yes. All right. Let's do downstone now. So the second layer of the gray, and already keeping it only for the spots that are normally a little bit more bright. There we go. Nice. And then small touches here. It can make my previous mistakes a little bit less visible, you know. It would bring, you know, I put some gray in the recess and it looks terrible, but with higher highlight, yeah, it actually covers a little bit of this bad job I did. There we go. Very small touch here. I might actually correct this with black just to be calm, just to not get frustrated that it's you know, it's poorly done. So let me focus here, just put it in. There we go. I put black in the recess and it looks okay now. Let's do the last color, which is administratum gray, right? So this is gonna be just the last possible tip. Highest highlight. There we go. Just a small touch, small dots in the middle of this downstone correction. Here, I don't think even it's necessary, but let's do it anyway. Yeah, and I did it incorrectly, so now let's fix this. All right. So this is how we're gonna do. And the last body. Here you go. So in the front there is a knee. Some here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe this one as well. Some here. Okay, let's start again. Administratum standard gray. I absolutely love this color. I'm using it many times for highlighting black. It's very standard highlight, like it's not very impressive or creative. It is just correct. If you want to be more fancy, definitely you have more options to choose from to do black armor. And I know, you know, the best painters, they use different kind of grays or even different colors to highlight black. But in my case, in just a regular painter, this is what I like. This is what looks okay on tabletop, and it's not that difficult to do. This highlight I made, it's quite bad. I'm gonna definitely try to correct it with black recesses in a second. Let it dry. Fuck. Did I did it totally wrong? I don't think so. Yeah, completely wrong. Okay, nice. Fuck. From the top, it doesn't look bad. From the bottom, yeah. I don't know, guys. Sometimes the light is reflecting in a strange way. I do not choose the correct spot for the highlight, I guess. Also, this brush is quite used already. It doesn't have the best tip. Which means I probably should change it, but I honestly just don't have another one at the moment that works. The front. There we go. In the front, that's it. Maybe just a little touch here. Let's take black and then correcting the recesses. Have you ever seen non-metallic metal custodes? In real life, I don't think so. On the internet, I've probably seen, yeah. I mean, I cannot give you a specific example for sure right now. But I believe you can find someone that painted non-metallic metal custodies. Maybe Flamon Miniatures. He might be the one who possibly do that, because he's painting all non-metallic metals all day, all night, basically. This is his, greatest technique that he's using, and he's amazing with it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he painted Custodes in one someday. The thing with non-metallic metal, I believe it's a beautiful technique, especially if you are painting a model, one model. But painting 100 Custodes non-metallic metal, I probably would. I won't. I don't want to say this, but I would do something to myself that it's not very kids friendly to say. Because 3 years would not be enough to paint my 1000 miniatures. I haven't seen an armed of them, but I've seen single examples. Yeah, single examples, exactly. Like for example, a shield captain, right, or a Konstantin Valdor, like single character, possibly. I might try one day. I will try one day for sure. Why not? I want to see how to paint this non-metallic metal stuff. Maybe I will do something fancy on, I don't know, some assassin or this kind of stuff. That is just one model, you do it once and that's it. But to paint full unit this way, I would not dare myself to do that. Unless I would go for like competition, maybe, then, you know, some kind of golden demon or whatever, then why not? I think it's pretty standard to paint non-metallic metal on these kind of competitions. Non-metallic metal works on the single miniatures, it's not worth the time to paint full army. I mean, maybe if you want to, you know, pay for someone to paint your army non-metallic metal, then I wouldn't be against that, to see such an army. But just for yourself, it's a huge task, definitely. So many hours, guys. So many hours. Suck start the shotgun mod. Just finished first layer of main colors of bike and driver. There we go, guys. Doing good. I'm almost finished with the bodies. How are you doing with the time? Oh shit, I have to end. I have to end right now. You see, the highlights are taking so much time that's why I don't also like to do them. You are painting such a small area of the mini, like compared to dry brushing or washing, and it takes so much time. It's insane. All right. That's it for today. Thank you so much. We are gonna do the regular stream on Sunday evening. So if you guys are around, that would be awesome. We are talking in Polish there though, so mostly for Polish-speaking viewers. We are talking about the news, about the releases, previews, all that fun stuff that Games Workshop is releasing. Meanwhile, of course, removing our pile of shame, painting or assembling or whatever. And then on on Monday, I'm back to morning streams. And as I said, today is gonna be the last week. I'm gonna start doing these big boys. Oh shit, they are not even on the screen. Yeah, I'm gonna start these big boys. And we'll see. This is the last week before 3 week off that I have to, focus on travel. I have a duty at stuff, so I will not be around for a while. Anyway, thank you so much for coming today. I wish you a great day, great night, wherever you are. And ladies and gentlemen, see you.